Today we will start the new chapter, that is Human Health and Diseases. This is chapter 8, Human Health and Diseases. Evolution, chapter 7 is deleted from your syllabus. So what is health and what is disease? Human health and disease. Now health is what? Health means being well. Health is about being well in all the aspects of a person's life. With the advancement in science, it was stated that our immune system maintains our health and our mind influences it through the neuroendocrine system. And hence health is affected by our mind and mental state. So in this chapter we will discuss the factors that affect our health, abnormal functioning of our body, common disease in humans, different types of immunity and immune system, along with that AIDS, cancer, adolescence and drug abuse. So what is the definition of health according to who? The health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. It's a complete physical, mental and social well-being. This is the health. Now, physical fitness, the health is mainly affected by genetic disorder, infections and lifestyle. So good health can be achieved and maintained by balanced diet, personal hygiene, regular exercise, regular yoga practice, awareness about the diseases and their effects, vaccination against infectious disease, proper disposal of waste, control of vectors, maintenance of hygienic food and water resources. So if health is the physical, mental and social well-being, then we have to look after not only we have to maintain the personal hygiene as well as community hygiene. So what are the how is this health affected? That is genetic disorder, infections and lifestyle. So these are the major causes. Genetic disorder, then any type of infection occur, and then lifestyle. If lifestyle is not good, then also several malfunctioning of organs may happen. So lifestyle including food and water that we take, and whether we do exercise or not, whether we have the good habits or not. A person should not be addicted. So good health is balanced diet, personal hygiene, regular exercise that maintains regular practice of yoga, awareness about the disease and the effects, vaccination against infectious disease and proper disposal of waste, control of vectors, then hygiene maintenance and water resource, that is good water. Drinking source should be without any contamination. So that we have to see. Now what is disease? Now disease means here this is, there are the two words involved in disease. Now dis means disturbed and ease is the easiness. So conditions of improper functioning of any condition which interferes with the normal functioning of one or more organs or organ system of the body causes disorder of a mind of a body called disease. So disturbed ease, and this disease can be of congenital and acquired. These two types. One is congenital and another one is acquired disease. Two types of diseases are there. Now congenital disease is the genetic disorder. This is the genetic. But acquired disease again is of communicable and non-communicable. This can be of two types. And one is communicable and one is non-communicable. Now communicable diseases, again these communicable diseases are actually lots of agents are there, that can be viral, that can be bacterial, that can be your skin disease, that is fungal, that can be protozoan. So lots of agents are there that spread this communicable diseases, bacterial disease, viral disease, protozoan disease, helminthus, that is platyhelminthes and nemahelminthes, and fungal disease. So these are the agents which actually spread this communicable disease. So the diseases which can be very infectious, spread from one person to other person. And the one is non-communicable disease, that is not spreading, but it may be, this non-communicable diseases may be of different kinds of reason, like deficiency of vitamins, then degenerative disease, allergy, cancer. So these are the non-communicable disease. Cancer, then allergy. Okay, then deficiency disease. If you are lacking something in your body, then deficiency disease will happen. So these type of diseases are there coming under non-communicable disease. Now we will discuss what are the communicable disease. So first example, that is the agent that cause the infectious disease is called pathogens. So number of different pathogens are there, like we have already discussed. This is bacteria, virus. So typhoid is that disease where the causative agent is Salmonella typhi. So what is the causative agent? This Salmonella typhi, and this is it enters the small intestine through contaminated water and food, then migrates to other organs of the body through blood. Symptom is high fever, weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache, and loss of appetite. So in serious case, this intestinal perforations and death may occur. So typhoid can be confirmed by Weidel test. The next disease is pneumonia. Now pneumonia is caused by, causative agent is Streptococcus pneumoniae. Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenzae. So these are the two bacteria that can cause pneumonia, and it affects alveoli of the lungs, due to which the alveoli get filled with fluid, thereby leading to the problems of breathing and respiration. The infection may spread by inhalation of the droplets or aerosols released by an infected person, or by sharing glasses or utensils by the infected person. Now what are the symptoms of this pneumonia? This is very fatal disease and includes fever, chills, cough and headache, and lips and fingers, nails may be greyish or bluish in color. Dysentery, plague, diphtheria are also some of the other diseases, that is bacterial disease. So these typhoid and pneumonia are the bacterial disease which are included in your syllabus. The next one, so next one is a viral disease. Now viral diseases are what? Common cold, chikungunya, dengue fever. So these are the viral disease. So one is common cold that normally we suffer, then dengue, chikungunya. So these are the certain viral diseases. So what happens in common cold? What is the causative agent of this common cold? That's called rhinovirus. So it is the group of virus that causes this common cold is rhinovirus, and it is the most common viral infection. The viruses majorly affects the tissue and respiratory passage, but not the lungs. And symptoms: nasal congestion, discharge, throat, hoarseness, then headache, etc. So coughing is the symptom. Chikungunya is what causative is the chikungunya virus itself is the chikungunya virus, but this virus, the vector is there, and vector, the mosquito is there, so that vector is called Aedes. Aedes is the vector for mosquito that transmit from one person to another person this chikungunya virus. And sudden onset of fever, then joint pain, these are the symptoms. And elimination of mosquitoes and their eggs must be done. Bed rest and adequate fluid should be taken for this chikungunya. Dengue fever is the causative agent is flavivirus. So flavivirus is the causative agent of dengue. It is also transmitted by the bites of this Aedes mosquito. So Aedes mosquito is the vector for all these two diseases. No vaccines. Dengue fever is very dangerous. Like symptom is high fever, severe front, headache, pain in joint, nausea, vomiting, and easily prevented by the elimination of mosquito and their eggs. And then symptomatic care includes bed rest, adequate fluid intake. So all these are the viral diseases. So tomorrow you join online class for your doubt clearing. Read NCERT thoroughly.